Somebody's been murdered.
So who are they?
Who are they? They are the people that hire me to hire you.
Do they have names?
What'd you do to him?
I didn't do anything.
Really? Then why does he look pretty dead to me?
I wasn't here. I just got here.
Oh, yeah. And how do I know that, boy?
Because you can look at my boots. They aren't that wet. See? They're as wet as yours.
Okay. I'll let you off with it. But I'm still suspicious of you.
And I'm suspicious of you.
Can't be suspicious of me. I'm a detective.
All people go bad sometimes.
Do you really believe that? You mean you don't have unerring trust in your authoritative figures?
I've been wronged by them before.
How can you be country? You seem more like a punk. Don't let me see you. Looks like he was shot twice. Small caliber.
I understand you were a close friend of the victim. How long have you known him?
About 3 years.
So how did you two meet?
Our record label introduced us and we did a few collaborations on some songs.
So where were you the night of the murder, Mr. Rock?
Well, I think I went for a walk that night.
Can anybody confirm that?
Well, I saw a cat.
That's a pretty thin story there, Rock.
I don't know. The cat was actually pretty big. You ever read Garfield?
Yeah. I think most people have.
Really, I don't know. You seem kind of iffy, you know, not the type that would kind of get that kind of humor.
Hello, Mr. Country.
Wait. I have a question for you. Were you talking to Rock?
Perhaps I was.
Because he called me last night and called me a douche and said you were coming over.
Where were you the night of the shooting?
I was playing a concert with my metal friends.
And I suppose I can confirm this?
Yes. And so can the raging fans and the topless women.
So you weren't anywhere near where he was killed?
No.
Do you know anyone who might have wanted to kill him?
Rock. That guy hates all of the rap, hip-hop type of music. And he makes garbage music too.
Seems like you're not very fond of this Rock fellow either.
Nobody is. He's a real jerk.
Maybe.
Am I making you hot under the collar?
I don't have a collar, actually. I'm not wearing much of anything, really.
It's just an expression, Mr.
Just be
Rock.
glad you can't see me waist down, boy.
Now that was a bit of information that I didn't ask about. Where were you the night of the murders?
I was traveling on my way to a grassy field to think about new song ideas.
Really? Then how come I found you standing over the body? Remember me, Mr. Country? The man who was there? The man who saw you standing over the victim.
But what if you
Seems
just
it
came
was.
back to dispose of the body? Then wouldn't that make you a suspect too?
Why would I come back to do that? Wouldn't I do that at the start? And I'm an investigator. I would not kill somebody. It's my job to find the people who kill people. Such as you, perhaps? Give me a good reason. A good, solid reason to not arrest you right now.
I have nothing against any other types of music. I'm perfectly fine with them all.
Do you know anybody else who knew rap may have had some sort of thing against him?
So you've already interviewed Country.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then I'm your biggest suspect.
Not really. You're kind of incriminating yourself, aren't you?
What?
Doesn't sound much like the Rock that I always see in the newspapers.
That's because it's in newspapers. It's meant to make everybody look good.
So where does this Rock fellow live?
Just down the street, not too far off.
So, sounds like you two had a lot of contact. Living very close and all.
We played a music festival together. I didn't want to, but my label forced me, otherwise they were going to drop the contract.
But what I would like to ask about is your confrontations with Rap.
I don't know. He's kind of stupid. All he talks about is girls and money and stuff. It's not just about the girls and the money. It kind of is, but I don't sing about them like, yeah, I do, but I don't know. I just don't like him.
It's about the music, isn't it, Mr. Rock? That line you're always giving to the media?
Yeah, the music. That's what's most important to me.
Wow. You know, you're really not much like you are.
Yes, well, as long as this doesn't go distributed onto anything public, like Facebook or YouTube.
Don't worry, this is for my confidential files.
Okay, sure.
Wouldn't want your fans to get a little bit edgy, now would we?
Yeah, my fans, I care about them.
Hasn't country music always been the genre of music that has encouraged going to war and glorifying it, glorifying fighting, talking about being tough? That sounds like the kind of genre that would kill somebody over a fight.
But there's also country songs that are about other things.
Really?
I like women.
Yeah, you have quite a lot of them. Perhaps you got one of them to pull off the murder.
Well, I don't know. I don't really sing about murder. Talk to Rap. He sings about murder all the time.
Trying to place the blame onto the dead man.
Well,
That's a bit of a weak tactic.
it might work. He could have killed himself.
Wow, a couple of gunshot wounds to the chest?
Yeah.
Maybe one, but
You ever heard
is
of
a little
50
hard
Cent?
to believe. 50 Cent never shot himself.
He could have. Don't raid my house, okay?
You're just becoming more suspicious.
I don't
by the
have any
second.
drugs. Okay.
Okay, well, I think that little mystery was just solved.
Megadeth.
Definitely. So, what kind of drug are you on? Acid? Speed? Coke? Mary Jane? Herb?
Which is the one that makes you
Ice.
feel good?
That depends on your opinion.
Well, that's the one then.
What about you? You and Rack had a lot of the same listeners. You two even collaborated. That just shows how you had, such similar demographics. How do I know you didn't kill him? Get out of the way. So that you could have all the listeners.
He was like a brother to me. I would have never done anything like that. Never.
Well, moving along from that little distraction, you still haven't given me a good reason why you're not guilty.
I don't have a weapon.
You don't have a weapon? I find that rather hard to believe. I'm surprised you don't have some sort of revolver. A
No.
6-shooter?
My grandpa offered me one, but I didn't take it. I took his guitar instead. And that's how I got started on this path.
That does not sound much like country. That sounds like indie.
Maybe you should go talk to metal about some of these things.
What does metal have to do with this?
They're always angry. How did he get in here?
Maybe you should lock your doors.
They are locked. Oh, the window.
It's very possible.
Your case is quite weak.
I don't know.
I think you're probably my number one suspect right now.
Damn.
If you want me to get off your case, you're going to have to tell me somebody else who would have had reason to kill him.
Rap. Why wouldn't he kill himself? It's just... It fits.
Sorry, Rap just doesn't exactly seem like the type.
How would you
Maybe
know? You're like an
emo-
invest. You don't even know who he is.
Maybe if this was emo he might have killed himself, but I don't think rap exactly would.
Well, rap could have been emo.
Do you have anything useful to tell me?
Well, I don't know. I also don't really like country much, other than Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I don't really think that's country. You better tell me right now, I'm gonna have the cops bust your door down and take all your drugs. And
Oh yeah, well, where do I live, huh? Huh?
You live here.
Dang. Oh, that was my phone. Sorry. Just got a text from some of my buddies. Gonna have a crazy party tonight.
That's an interesting ringtone for you now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to change it really. I'm not really up to date. I've still been doing the same thing since the 80s.
That sounds about right.
Go to
So, do you have anybody at all who I can talk to that might know something?
No. You interviewed everybody.
Where were you the night of the shooting?
I was with a shawty.
And can this shorty confirm this?
Yeah, let me just look through my book.
You were just singing about women. Perhaps you killed him over one.
The fact is, we don't like the same type of woman.
Yes, well, aren't there lots of country songs about breakup and divorce? You seem to have a lot of problems with women, don't you? Finding women who you think are your type, who are your soulmate, and then they break your heart and go for somebody else, like rap. Perhaps you kill them over a woman for vengeance.
If a woman broke up with me, I would just write a nice catchy song about it and make millions.
I think it is actually.
Do we really need to have an argument about this?
She's my pride and joy.
Okay, how about you just shut your face and tell me where country lives?
I don't know. Somewhere over with like Dolly Parton or something.
Of course he lives with Dolly Parton. How
Which
about an
country person
address?
What?
How about an address?
Who's in the dress?
A house number, Mr.
House
Rock.
number? House number. I don't know, like 417 douchebag lane.
Do I need to call a priest or something?
Oh, I have 5 times.
5 what?
5 what?
5
I didn't say
what?
I didn't say crimes. Well, I never.
Okay, I'm calling the cops.
You'll never catch me.
Really? I don't know, for some reason, I just find that hard to believe. Maybe because it talks about getting vengeance in those songs.
But I won't do that.
Really? Well, I don't think I'm done with you yet. But if you had somebody else who might have killed him, perhaps it would assuage my suspicions of you a little.
Well, other than rock, it would probably be metal. He's always angry and full of emotions, and he's always talking about killing people.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll be leaving you now. Goodbye, Mr. Country.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll just have to go find myself a phone book.
Yeah, okay.
Or
Go look
maybe
it up
one
in
of
the
those
yellow
maps
pages.
to the homes
It'll
of
be
the
under
stars.
douche. Okay. Am I done? Can I go like drink or something?
Don't have enough pressure well, do you?
No, not really.
Metal seemed like my biggest suspect at that time. I sent the cops after him. They later found him in a small apartment downtown. He'd holed up there with all his drugs. He ended up committing suicide in a frenzy induced by acid. My trail seemed to have stopped cold, so I went back to revisit my earlier suspects, who were still quite guilty.